The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Some people fast and get nothing from their fast except hunger, and some pray at night and get nothing except sleeplessness." That hadith is about you and me, not sinners, not people who skipped their prayers, people who showed up, who fasted every single day and walked away with nothing to show for it spiritually. Why does that happen? Because fasting has levels. And most Muslims spend their entire lives at level 1 without ever knowing that levels 2 and 3 exist. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which level your fast is at right now and the one thing you can do tonight to move it higher. These 3 levels are not something I invented. Imam Abu Hamid al-Ghazali, one of the greatest scholars in Islamic history, described this framework over 900 years ago in his masterwork Ihya Ulum al-Din. And it is as true in Ramadan 2026 as it was in his time. Before we get into the levels, a quick question I want you to hold in your mind. The whole video, if fasting was only about hunger and thirst, why did Allah say that the entire purpose of fasting is so that you may become mindful of Him? Keep that question. The answer will make complete sense by level 3. 3 levels, we go through each one honestly, what it looks like, what it costs you, and what it gives you. By the end, you will know exactly where you are, and you will know the one thing that moves you to the next level tonight. Al-Ghazali calls this the fast of the general public. In Ihya Ulum al-Din, he describes it as abstaining from food, drink, and sexual satisfaction. That is it. That is level 1. You stop eating at Fajr. You stop drinking at Fajr. You wait until Maghrib. Your fast is valid and we ask Allah to accept it. And let's be honest about what level 1 looks like in real life in 2026. You wake up for suhoor, you eat, you go back to sleep, you wake up, go about your day. Maybe you are irritable, maybe not. Iftar comes, the table is full, and you make up everything you skipped in one sitting. Taraweeh happens, you come home, and then you are on your phone until 1 a.m. watching the exact same content you watch every other month of the year. The fast was valid, but was it transformative? Did it change anything about you? Did it bring you closer to Allah? Or did it just mean you ate at different times? This is exactly what the Prophet, peace be upon him, was pointing at. Hunger and thirst and nothing more. Not because the person was sinful, but because the fast lived only in the stomach and never reached anything else. Level 1 is where you start. It is not where you stay. Quick self-test. During your fast today, 1. Do you still backbite? 2. Do you still scroll what you know you should not be scrolling? 3. Do you still explode in arguments with family or in traffic? If yes, to any of these, that is not shame. That is just your current level. And knowing your level is exactly how you move up. The upgrade question. When you are fasting, does it affect anything other than what goes into your mouth? If yes, you are already moving toward level 2. Which level do you think you're honestly at right now? Comment 1, 2, or 3. Be honest, nobody's judging here. Al-Ghazali describes level 2 as the fast of the select few. He writes in Ihya Ulum al-Din, extraordinary fasting means keeping one's ears, eyes, tongue, hands and feet and all other organs free from sin. Your body fasts and then your limbs fast with it. In Sahih al-Bukhari 1903, it is narrated that the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever does not give up false speech and acting upon it and ignorant conduct, Allah has no need of his giving up his food and drink." Allah has no need of your hunger, of your thirst, if your tongue keeps lying, backbiting, arguing, if your eyes keep watching what they have no business watching, if your hands keep doing what they should not be doing. The physical fast is happening, but the fast that matters is not. And the Prophet, peace be upon him, gave the believers a practical instruction that is one of the most elegant things ever said about managing yourself during a fast. In Sahih al-Bukhari 1894 and Sahih Muslim 1151, it is narrated, if anyone insults him or wants to fight him, let him say, "I am fasting." I am fasting. 3 words, not as an excuse, as a reminder to yourself first. I am fasting. My tongue is fasting. My anger is fasting. You are not the same person you were last month. Act like it. What level 2 actually looks like, you lower your gaze when something appears on your screen that you know you should not be watching. You stop yourself mid-sentence when you are about to say something about someone that they would not want said. When someone says something stupid to you in traffic or in a family argument, you pause and you say, either out loud or to yourself, "I am fasting." You choose silence over the argument. You choose your fast over your ego. This is not easy. This is harder than hunger, because hunger has a fixed end time. Maghrib comes and it is over. But guarding your tongue, guarding your eyes, that has no alarm. It requires constant, sustained, intentional effort every hour of every fasting day. Al-Ghazali adds something to this level that is deeply practical and widely ignored. He says one of the conditions of level 2 is to not overeat at iftar. Because if the entire point of the fast is to subdue desire, and then at Maghrib you make up every calorie you missed plus extra, what has actually been subdued? The fast was a pause in the desire, not a training of it. The upgrade question: is your tongue fasting today? Are your eyes fasting today? If you catch yourself slipping on these, that awareness itself is a sign you are at level 2. That awareness is the whole point. Al-Ghazali calls this the fast of the elite, the rarest level. He writes perfect fasting means fasting of the heart from unworthy concerns and worldly thoughts, in total disengagement from everything but Allah. Read that again slowly. Fasting of the heart, not just the stomach, not just the limbs, the heart itself. Fasting from arrogance, from showing off, from jealousy, from preoccupation with status, with what people think, with the endless commentary in your own mind about everyone around you. This is the fast where, according to Al-Ghazali, even thinking obsessively about what you are going to eat at iftar, while it does not break the fast legally, diminishes it spiritually, because your heart is still fully attached to the dunya. It has not loosened its grip even while the body is restraining itself. Now let's anchor level 3 in something direct from the Prophet, peace be upon him, because this is not just a scholarly concept. It is rooted in authentic narration. In Sahih al-Bukhari 3:8 it is narrated, whoever fasts Ramadan with sincere faith and seeking reward from Allah, his previous sins will be forgiven. Two words are doing all the work in that hadith: iman and ihtisab. Faith and sincere hope of reward, not habit, not routine, not because it's Ramadan and everyone else is. Conscious, intentional, heart-level engagement with Allah. That is level 3, fasting because you mean it. Fasting because you are aware of who you are fasting for. Fasting where even when you are going about your day, working, studying, raising your children, there is a thread of consciousness connected to Allah that the fast is keeping alive. And here is where the open loop from the beginning closes. Allah said fasting is prescribed for you so that you may become mindful of Allah. The word is taqwa. God consciousness, not just awareness of sin, awareness of Allah present with you in every moment of the fast. That is what level 3 is. The fast becomes a state of being, not just a state of stomach. What does level 3 actually feel like in a real person's life? It feels like Ramadan changes something after it ends. Not just for a week after Eid, actually changes something. You notice your relationship with your tongue is different, your relationship with your anger is different, your relationship with your prayer is different, because fasting at level 3 is connected to taqwa. And taqwa by definition spills out of Ramadan and into everything else. Ali ibn Abi Talib, may Allah be pleased with him, is reported to have said, and this is found in classical Islamic literature, not as a hadith of the Prophet, peace be upon him, so I am attributing it correctly: fasting of the heart is better than fasting of the tongue, and fasting of the tongue is better than fasting of the stomach. 3 levels, 1 sentence. The outer contains the inner, but the inner is what completes it. 3 levels. The body fast, valid, necessary. The foundation, the discipline fast, guarding every limb alongside the stomach. The soul fast, the heart itself, aware of Allah, the fast becoming taqwa. Now the most important question, what do you actually do with this tonight? You do not need to reach level 3 by tomorrow. In Sahih al-Bukhari 3:9 it is narrated that the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, the religion is ease and none makes it hard except that it defeats him. The goal is not perfection. The goal is 1 level higher than where you are right now today in this Ramadan. If you are at level 1, your fast is valid and we ask Allah to accept it. Your single upgrade tonight before iftar, before you touch the food, sit for 5 minutes, make dua. Notice who you are fasting for. That moment of consciousness is the first step into level 2. If you are at level 2, you are already guarding your limbs and you feel the weight of it. Your single upgrade, every time your tongue slips today, catch it and say astaghfirullah once, not as punishment, as a redirect. That practice of catching yourself is how level 2 becomes level 3. If you are at level 3, you know what you need. Keep going, protect it, and make dua for the rest of us. One more thing, and this might be the most important sentence in this video. You do not have to be at the same level for the entire month. The companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him, were not. Some nights you will fast at level 3. Some afternoons you will slip back to level 1. That is not failure, that is humanity. The failure is staying at level 1 and never asking the question. You ask the question, you are already moving. Which level are you aiming for by the end of this Ramadan? Comment your level and one thing you'll change today. 3 lines, carry these. Level 1, your body fasts. The minimum, the foundation. Honor it. Level 2, your limbs fast with it. Your tongue, your eyes, your hands. Fasting becomes discipline. Level 3, your heart fasts. Aware of Allah, detached from distraction. Fasting becomes transformation. Imam al-Ghazali wrote those words over 900 years ago. The Prophet, peace be upon him, lived at level 3 his entire life. And this Ramadan, right now, today, you have every opportunity to move one level higher than you were yesterday. If this video made you think about your fast differently, share it with one person fasting right now. Every share is sadaqah jariyah. May Allah accept our fast, our limbs and our hearts. Ameen.